Good day, my name is Antheus Kaiset, and welcome back to another episode of The Binding of Isaac Flash. You might be noticing that the title screen is a little bit different this time. That was because I recorded a video and then I realized, oh wait, buddy, you're not recording whatsoever. And so, uh, I couldn't get that footage back anymore, and now we're basically just kind of stuck like this. So, rather than trying to mel over it, I'm just gonna completely ignore that run ever happened. The run, I don't really even remember exactly what happened because I recorded it a couple of days ago but never really bothered to really pay attention. It was only after I wanted to start editing the audio a little bit that I realized that I lost the footage. So unfortunately, this is just what we're gonna have to deal with now. The only changes from that unlock is that the final, or well, I won't say final boss, but the Mom's Heart fight will now be changed into a more difficult variant from now on, as if the game can't get any more difficult. But other than that, not really much else has changed. I already finished I believe it will be the second run of Isaac from that failed recording. So now we're just gonna rotate around. I'm gonna play as Mackie this time. Not much else to it than that. I do apologize for the last couple of days having no uploads whatsoever. It was mostly because I just thought I could, well, I won't say take a break, but more so kind of let some old habits get the better of me. But now I'm feeling a little bit more better, and I'm feeling much more in mind to record and actually start bantering a little bit more. Although when I say bantering, it's not really that much to within that. Just me yapping a little bit more, trying to get something daily dose of Isaac done, I suppose. Again, with Duke of Flies here, not really much challenge. I am tempted to use a bomb to speed things up a little bit here. Because while Duke of Flies is not a difficult fight, it can really take a while to complete. I guess no problems there. We get the wire coat hanger, which is amazing tears up, and we'll just go down to the next floor because there's really no reason for us to go anywhere else. Okay, and now that I actually, well, I was gonna say now that I know the changes made to Isaac's Devil Deal in Flash, I would have been more careful, but I guess that's not really the case. I have been thinking about it the last couple of days and really teetering at the idea of making a Twitter account or some sort of social media. Because I used to think that, oh, people in the past don't need all of this to, expand and whatnot for their career. I say career, but it's really mostly just because it's a lack of a better word, if you will. I've been teetering with that idea, mostly because I don't really want to, because I think that I'm better than... I like to think that I'm better, but in reality, I'm not really. Into thinking that, oh, I don't need a Twitter account. I'm better than everyone else because I don't need to use any sort of external media for me to get my reach. And while obviously, like, I don't want to make this purely about a numbers thing, I would like to, at least find a way to interact with the community a little bit more. And hey, you get to see more of my dumb posts as well and my funny little tweets. Although I will say, I really want that item. Okay, we'll talk about that item later. I've been really teetering with that idea of whether or not having a Twitter is a good idea for any sort of content creator. And I've been teetering on the idea that I think Twitter or any sort of social media platform is not good, but I'm thinking of this in possibly the worst way you can possibly think of having a social media account. And that is that if you decide to use social media and you tweet about something that happened in your brain, that's like one less piece of information that you can use, or rather one piece of information that you lost from tweeting it out. Okay, taking a break from that little banter that I have, we have the Dr. Fetus here, which is one of the best items in the game. I'm not sure how much worse it is compared to its other counterparts. I do know that in Rebirth, this item is actually not that great because of the not very good damage scaling, but I think in Flash it's good. Basically what it does is your tears now are replaced with bombs, and you can now shoot bombs forever. You basically have infinite bombs, and there's almost nothing any enemy can do. Case in point with Gemini here. And, oh yeah, that does a lot of damage, even with Maggie as well, dealing lots and lots of damage. And just completely crushing Gemini here. No Devil Deal, which is not a surprise, I suppose. There's nothing else. I'm just gonna go down to the next one. There's really nothing we can do here. So one of the best items in the entire series, I would believe, and I think the only time where it's not good is Afterbirth and Rebirth. Other than that, this item is always great, and you can always count on this item to do its job. Anyway, speaking of that whole Twitter argument, I think that having a Twitter or any sort of social media is not great as a content creator, because it means that when you tweet out something, you have one less thought in your brain that you can use for banter. But then I really thought about it, and I've been thinking maybe that's more so a sign of me being constantly creatively bankrupt instead of me actually using up my ideas for something useful as banter. And instead, oh hey buddy, you're just really uncreative, so you tweeting out is actually a bad idea, because then you have one less thing that you have in your disposal to talk about. I'm actually going to keep teleport. I think teleport can be useful. I'm not so certain if... I'm not sure if error rooms exist in this version of Isaac. So we're just gonna keep it for now. I think it'll be useful for later, but at least more useful than the part, especially now that we just have tons and tons of damage. But yeah, I was just saying about the whole Twitter thing. I also don't really want to get involved in all that Twitter nonsense. But I just think that, you know, tweeting out something would be kind of interesting once in a while. Oh, I had this also amazing idea for Twitter, by the way, which I'm sure most people would enjoy. Maybe not so much the, you know, Twitter, but I have an amazing idea. What if, like, okay, imagine, like, I think there were bots that you can have that you can use for your Twitter, where like after every 30 days of a tweet, it just automatically deletes itself or something. What if there was one, but when you tweet out, it doesn't automatically post, but instead keeps itself in the docket in like some sort of database. And then after 24 like for 24 hours, you can't post it. It's stuck in some sort of database, and you're just permanently stuck in that little limbo of that tweet. But once the 24 hours is up, then Twitter will allow you to post it. But even then, if you don't respond within 1 hour, the Twitter post is automatically deleted, so you don't remember what you won't be able to tweet it out anymore. I have a feeling with that will make it so that a lot of people don't tweet out some random nonsense that they're not supposed to. I don't know, I just had that idea in my brain. But of course, like, you know, you don't really need a bot for that. You can just like write in your book or like in a journal and say, hey, I want to tweet this out, but I'm gonna like let it simmer in the brain for like 24 hours before I post it. And who knows, there might be a drafts or like a draft item for, or a draft option for Twitter posts. I mean, that goes to show you how much I don't use Twitter at all, or any sort of social media for that matter. I mean, if it was like anything like YouTube, I would gander that certain things can't be, like if you don't post it, it just saves as a draft. Which I'm sure Twitter also does, so, you know, it's not really the most amazing idea, but it's like that extra little layer of security from your own dumbassery of before you post anything. I wonder what would be the first banger tweet I would post. Okay, I say banger tweet, but I don't have anything that I really want to post at all. I never had the urge to really post about anything. I guess maybe, like, I've been thinking like maybe you can just use Twitter as just a way of I don't know how to put it, but like accountability per se. Like, let's say like, oh, I have to draw something every day and I'm really bad at it and I never really get it done, so I'm gonna post it on Twitter to force myself to keep myself accountable for it. I think that's like possibly the only reason why I would keep a Twitter. I know there's like, you know, people tweet things for certain reasons and whatnot, as like a gimmick account, but I don't know if I can do that, to be honest. Okay, there's this enemy. I really am slowly starting to realize how bad Dr. Fetus can be when you don't have the ability to bounce your bombs. Because unlike in other versions, it looks like your bombs will just pass right through your enemy, making it a lot worse, because in other versions it just automatically sticks onto your opponents. We'll use bombs are key for that. But yeah, that's just an idea that's just been popping in my brain about Twitter and how I would use and also not use Twitter, I guess. Well, one of these days I will make a Twitter account, or maybe I will before the. Actually, you know what? I think I would rather have Tammy's head. Also, I like how you can just push this. You know what? Let's use Monster Manuel at least once in this fight. Basically, what it does is that it just summons one random familiar, and in this case, we get Demon Baby. I don't think we've ever had. I don't know if the Monster Manuel counts for unlocks and completion's sake. I'm gonna assume no, because I don't think that it does work like that for Rebirth. But I am gonna take Tammy's head. It's much better than this pile of crap. So yeah, that's how I've been feeling about Twitter. Maybe, you know, I will actually suck up and actually decide to make the damn account, because I've been just festering at that idea. I was like, make the Twitter account, buddy. It's very simple. Most people make it. You should make it too. I don't know. That's just my idea of, I guess, not using Twitter when I mean, I have no reason not to. I guess there's the whole of the advice is don't use it whatsoever. The number one advice of doing it is don't do it. It's a bad idea. But I'm gonna keep having that a thought in my brain for a very long time. What if I don't make the Twitter account? Of course, the whole idea can be easily destroyed by just saying, just fucking make the account and stop being so whiny about it. But I don't know, to me it is a kind of major thing, because I never really bothered using a Twitter account. And there was one time when a bunch of my classmates keep asking me like, hey, let's add each other on Instagram, and that's cool. I was like the only one motherfucker that didn't have an Insta. You want me to add you on Insta? I don't have an Insta. Oh, how about a Snapchat? I don't have a Snapchat. What about Facebook then? I don't have a Facebook. I'm like, okay, buddy. What do you have, motherfucker? I have a phone number, if that means anything to you. That's possibly my only form of communication and social media for the past 20-odd years. The only other instance of social media that I have ever gotten was using Facebook for video games, and I have a story for that. Where when I was young, I think I misread the terms and conditions, where it says like you have to be at least 13 or older to make a Twitter account, or something along those lines. Anyway, I never really paid attention. I was a very young, naive, and stupid kid, and so you could probably make a gander. but I misread the terms, and I think it said you have to be at least age 13 and up. And I misread it for it to say you have to be at least 18 and up. So I never made the Facebook account because I thought, oh, you need to be 18 and older. And this was at a time when I was very stupid and didn't realize, oh wait, you can just lie about your age and nobody would probably care about it. So I went the whole of my life not making a Facebook account because I thought you needed to be old enough to actually make it. And like, if you're not the age that you say that you are and you make the account, Facebook's like gonna ban you or something like that. That's what I've always thought for years until I decided, you know what, I actually should just make one for my own video games, because at that point I was just using my family, like one of my family members' accounts for the games, because like they were old enough but I wasn't. So I was like being a goody little two shoes and saying, okay, I'm going to, like, it's not really my account, but it's just video games, it's not that bad. And I don't know why I have never thought about just lying about my age to make that account. But here I am, after many years later, I am now actually old enough to do so. Yes, because Twitter has existed for hundreds of years. That's my story with social media. Because other than that, all I've been using is YouTube, which is probably also not a good thing, because I think YouTube's terms and conditions is you can't use it until like you're 13 and older. And I was definitely not using YouTube when I was old enough to be able to, using it way earlier than I should have. Although I guess back then the internet wasn't as restrictive as it is now these days. Oh well, I'm still living in the past, kind of, anyway. Anyways, how's the run? Very good. Well, very bad, anyway. But I mean, with Dr. Fetus, most of the run is very simple. And I think I went the exact wrong way for my item. But I don't think there's anything wrong with this. I will pay. Oh wait, no, I have the item in this floor. I think the Devil Deal is still alive. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, if it was alive, it's dead now. I hate this. This is possibly the one time when Tammy said it's not a good idea. Or rather, Dr. Fetus is not a good idea. Because you can't hit these enemies. Well, if my Devil Deal was alive at one point, it is certainly dead now. Well, yep, let's get this, because this is way better, which is the Book of Revelations. I'm going to not use it, because I don't really want a Super Meat Boy as my item. As my boss item. I would rather have something else. Item is Brother Bobby, which doesn't do anything. Or rather, well, I mean, I guess he does something. There's not anything I would be too particularly interested in. I have been trying to get more media literate, I guess you could say, for a lack of a better word. And I tried to watch the conversation in 1974. I'll be honest with you, I'm still like partway through watching, mostly because I've just been watching it on my free time. And I did not understand almost anything at the beginning of the movie. Because I thought at the beginning, I thought like he was like some sort of, the main character was like a stalker, but then I realized, oh wait, no, he's like a private investigator, and I never knew about that until like halfway through the movie. I'm about halfway done, but I haven't watched the full thing. Okay, I'm slowly losing this fight. Brother Bobby with the clutch there, though, I will say that much. I haven't watched much else of the movie. But I mean, to be fair, I didn't really know what I was getting into watching that movie. It was more so I was watching it because it. Okay, I'm just gonna not have a demo deal now. I was watching it because I thought in order for me to get a little bit more media literate, I'm going to watch movies that were used in Framed, like that daily game, and just whatever pops up is whatever I'm going to watch for that day. Well, so far it hasn't been doing very well for me. Take Mr. Mega. I don't know if it's... Oh, yes, it does synergize. I think in other versions it doesn't. So I thought, okay, maybe to become a little bit more media literate, I'm going to attempt to watch more movies and just whatever comes out, because I don't know what to watch. I don't know what is good, what is bad. So at the very least, I could have some sort of guideline of what it is I should and shouldn't watch. Even if it is like, you know, old movies and whatnot, or movies that I have no interest in. At least to have also a little bit of a diversity of movies. I've never really been a huge movie guy. Mostly because like I just think that nothing is that interesting. I think the last movie I watched was like that one Christmas movie or like starring The Rock, and then like nobody liked it because everyone thought it was just a okay movie. I don't remember what it was. I think it was like sometime 2 years ago, and I watched it. I thought it was okay. It wasn't anything too spectacular for me to actually watch it. Brother Bobby actually coming in clutch there. But yeah, that was like the last movie I watched that I remember. I didn't think it was that bad of a movie. I mean, it wasn't good by any means, but I just thought it was an okay movie. Like, you know, you could watch it it's like some sort of just slop, to be honest. Just an okay movie, but nothing really too spectacular about it. I hate these enemies. I don't know why it like makes it so that the bombs can just phase right through them. Although thank goodness for Brother Bobby, or else I would be here for a much longer time than I really should be. Okay. I'm gonna try and find the item room first before we leave to fight Mom, which I think should be a very easy fight, considering that we don't have anything to worry about in terms of anything else, really, just survivability. And down goes those enemies. I've also been thinking and teetering on the idea of actually streaming, but I just never... I feel like I'm gonna be the odd one out and say that I don't really enjoy streaming all that much. I mean, to be fair, this daily kinds of videos are my way of making streams, air quotes anyway, even though they're like very short in comparison. Because most people stream for like 4 or 5 hours. Maybe because I'm also out of the loop on how streaming works. Maybe because it's like a skill. I use that term loosely anyway. A skill that you develop, whereby you can really like survive for long hours without being debilitating in a way, I guess. I'm not really too sure how else I would describe it. I'm just gonna use a bomb here just to make it easy. I mean, we have like 32 plus. But yeah, I'm not sure how exactly streams go, because like most people will stream like hundreds of like 5-ish hours every day, and like I don't know how you can stomach and do it. The reason why I do these daily videos is because like sometimes like I just think about something and I'm like, okay, well, I don't really have anything else to go off of. Which, you know, people who are real yappers, those are like the real kings and queens, I guess. But I don't know. I just think that, oh, maybe that's just not me. But so be it, I suppose. some things you're better at, and some things you're not. I just like making these daily videos though. This is like the fun that I will get and that I will enjoy. Okay, the best idea will be going to the arcade and hoping for a judgment, but I'm going to avoid doing so. Mostly because there's no real reason to. I'm not really certain how this... Okay, well... We defeated Mom and go down to the next floor. I'm just gonna use the Emperor because there's no real reason to stay here. The Emperor, basically what it does is it teleports you to the boss. And I think this is the first time we actually see... Oh, I actually already forgot what this guy's name is, but I mean, it doesn't matter because he's already dead. Alright, down to the next floor. Very easy floor, and it looks like the layout is about the same anyway. But yeah, I think... I don't know, maybe I will stream a little more, but I don't know how long streams will be. Like, I think, like, I'll be honest with you, sometimes I think, like, 1 hour of streams is enough sometimes. Even though, like, that's considered, like, a short stream. What is considered a long stream? I guess, like, sometimes 6 hours is not long, which, to be honest with you, I think 6 hours is long. That just shows you, like, maybe how out of touch I am with streams. I think I remember the first time I at least watched a VOD, it was... Because this was a time where I didn't understand what VODs were, and I thought all videos were pre-recorded and edited, at least in some way. So watching like a 4-hour video, and I thought like, oh wow, look at this video, it's like 4 hours long, it's gonna have so much content, and I realized, oh wait, no, it's just a VOD. But I didn't understand what a VOD was. What is this VOD you speak of? Is this something that I'm too YouTube to understand? But it was like a Twitch VOD. And so when they uploaded it to YouTube, I didn't understand anything. And like some of the quips that happened, like, oh, thank you for the subs, thank you for the bits or whatever. I did not understand anything that was going on. And I thought, oh, that's really weird. Why would you say that? It makes no sense whatsoever. Like, is this some sort of joke that I'm supposed to understand? And so I didn't understand what the streams were, and I'm like, this video sucks. But in reality, oh wait, no, it's just not for me. And then I saw all of the little quips that they do. Oh, they get a poop now. They get a cross, yay. Oh, I unlocked Blue Baby, and I didn't even get to see the cutscene. Oh, but that's fine, we don't need to see the cutscene. I mean, this is the best chance we can fight, Satan, so we might as well take the opportunity to do so. Which I guess is a brand new character that we will play some other time. But yeah, that was my experience with my very first streams. And it was, I didn't understand anything and I didn't like it all that much. Because it was not suited to me. Maybe that's also why I never really enjoyed streams. Because my upbringing was YouTube, it wasn't streams. So all of it is like completely new. But I guess it's not that much new now. I mean, what with like YouTube streams and whatnot, I know at least some idea of streams. Although I will say, at least for YouTube, there is one thing that I am really, I guess, saddened by is the closest word that I can think of. And that is that you can't raid someone else's stream if you don't have at least 1,000 subscribers. Or at least like a certain number of subs. I think it's for the purposes of not letting people just create random accounts and then raiding them. That's my only guess. But yeah, that's just the one thing that I didn't like. Because I thought like, oh, I can stream and then I can raid some people that I really like. And I realized, oh wait, no, you can't do that because like there's a lot of barriers of entry, I suppose. That like, you can't just raid into somebody. You gotta have certain credentials, or else people might think you're a bot. And they think like, oh, you're bot raiding or whatever. Which kind of sucks, but you know, it is understandable as such. Never mind the fact that, you know, we're getting a very we're not gonna. Oh goodness! I just reset the fight. We're not there just yet when it comes to. You know what? I'm just gonna skip this room. Fuck that. I guess that is one thing about Dr. Fetus that you can do, and that is you can just open doors and just skip the room. Which honestly, I should be doing more often to avoid getting hit, because there's almost no reason to stay within some of these rooms. I should just find the boss. Oh, okay, buddy. Should just find the boss room as fast as possible. No real reason to stay. All of the... I'm gonna name my first... You know what? Maybe when the first stream where like it's actually proper, when it happens, I'm gonna name it like a better name for streams. I was thinking like, if let's say I stream different games, I can have like a folder of streams, and then it says like one shot or one piece, but it's just like streams where I stream only one game, and like just put them all in one folder. And then like streams that have like that need two streams, I can call them like a 2-piece, and then a 3-piece for streams that have three different streams of the same game. But then like I know I will never stream those games after those 3. I don't know, there's just something to think about that I thought would be kind of funny. Anyways, how's the run? Very good, mind you. Almost like nothing bad has come up from... Okay, well... Nothing bad has happened yet anyway that's too significant. We have bombs, we have Dr. Fetus, and then we have Mr. Mega, which just basically doubles our damage. And we have Book of Revelations that gives us HP. Although we still are struggling trying to find the boss room, which I find very annoying. Well, Satan should be close, and well, he is there. I can only hope the Satan fight is actually kind of easy, because I don't want to stay here forever, man. Oh, and I will say, I'm actually also starting to remember to actually warm up the voice a little bit before I start recording and whatnot. Before my voice starts getting all raspy. We're close to the end. And now we just need to fight Satan, which should be an easy fight. Okay, well, that was a very simple one. Simple first phase of the Fallen. And soon, Satan should be defeated very soon. Okay, I mean, with like... I think the only other damage up that we got was Pentagram. So, I mean, Pentagram and Mr. Mega and Dr. Fetus makes this phase very simple. Okay, buddy. I will say landing the bombs is the most difficult part. I think I just hit them twice. And there goes Satan. Let me get Guardian Angel. Right, that was very simple. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. And now we got a new loading screen. It's a little dead baby. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit the like button and also subscribe. It does help a lot. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next video. Bye-bye!